Welcome to our daily pick 3 for Friday, September 7th, 2012. This is Carl Asbell, Chief Market Strategist, Hedge Fund Manager, and contributor at SeekingAlpha.com. Visit us at AsbellCapitalGroup.com to invest in our fund and receive an investor packet. Subscribe below to be sent a free link on how to join our trading desk each and every morning for free. And with that, let's jump into the charts and look at our 3 trades for tomorrow. Again, tomorrow's Friday, September 7th. We look at the first is Bank of America with shareholders, which there is a Glen, and you'll have to excuse me on the pronunciation, Xstrata merger, I believe it is, tomorrow. The idea is that if the merger does get shot down tomorrow, then some of the major investment banks suffer a really steep fall in the global arena in advisor rankings. Basically, in a nutshell, it'll put Bank of America, which was number 8, to number 4. So with that, we already got pre-market activity or post-market activity trading at 835. And if we look at the chart, let's go back and see where we're at right now at 835. We're putting a price target here of right at we got our previous resistance here, which I know will break through. Then our previous is right here, all the way up at 890, 891. We are along the position at Bank of America for tomorrow's trade. And with that, let's go to the next pick for tomorrow. Pandora Radio, which basically is getting crushed on the news. You don't see it yet, but you will. Pandora Radio being outshined by Apple, who plans internet radio, which makes up 70% of what Pandora does, basically eliminating 70% of everything that Pandora has. Basically, Apple's they say that they're interested in offering a greater degree of interactivity than what Pandora even has right now. So with that, although Apple still wants to stick to the fact that their streaming radio will only be available on the Apple devices and platforms, the idea is that with Apple being such a major contributor to iOS devices and to streaming, that who doesn't have one, right? We look to see this come pretty far down. I'm looking at just studying the chart here. I think we break through this level at 1214 tomorrow pretty easily, and then I think our next support is not going to be, I'm just looking back through, I think we come down to 1150, which would be an easy first target for Friday. We put our shorts from 1257 down to the 1160 range on Pandora. So we are short, or we will open the markets tomorrow shorting Pandora with a price target. I'm writing this down here as we do this, 1160. And let me go back to the Bank of America chart. We're putting a price target of 890. Got that? The final third pick for tomorrow, Friday, is NTE. It is a company that has run like you wouldn't believe, which we first started watching here in the $6 and $7 range when it broke previous highs of 656, which at first hit our charts. Been trading this on the long side with a bit of a short we took here on Wednesday, the 29th. Then we lost a little bit, thinking that this was the top, but then realized, this can't go much higher. We look at fib retrace, and I think if I remember, I did look at this earlier, it puts us right at our low. Depending on where you put it, gives us a little bit of room. You know, it's kind of hard to say. If we said our low point is here, which doesn't make perfect sense. This is a stock that ran several years ago up in the 40s and 50s, so it's done these runs before, which are pretty good. This obviously being the greatest run up that it's had. I'm trying to accurately measure the bottom, which would be this dip here back in April. Then we end up bouncing off of it again in May, and we bounced off of it when we started in June. So I would say this is the bottom here. So we didn't quite retrace to 50 or to the 23.6 level on this stock. We touched it almost barely at 10. If we look at yeah, that looks to be about where there's got to be some semblance of, yeah, right here. We touched it just right at 10 earlier today. Look to short the stock here tomorrow. We're definitely shorting at the open tomorrow on this stock. If we break through the 10, we look for a price range and a target of 9.12, somewhere in there, on a 38.2 retrace, but more likely our support's going to be found right here at right about $9. So we look for a $1 take off this tomorrow, another 10% drop, maybe about that would be probably about 11% drop off this. So those are our 3 picks. Subscribe below. We do at the end of the day an analysis on our picks to see where we went. Feel free, email me, ask me any questions that you'd like. Thanks for viewing the video, and we look forward to seeing you real soon.